This is it. I don't think TechBlade video is going to get better. You can probably hear my voice have changed. I'm still tinkering how to best use my $700 microphone. And this is going to be a, setback. Instead of using pitch, I'll use something more natural that people generally use. I'll probably even get even more sophisticated equalizer. But you have to put a filter on. I don't think it sounds good without a filter. And I think everyone do it. But it's, it's the hardest thing when you don't do it and you sound weird to yourself in videos. There's still proximity thing going on. So let me show you the microphone itself. And throughout the video, you'll see things. Right? This is the setup. A stick holding it up, 2 ropes holding it so it doesn't fall. The end. This is technically shock protector or whatever. Maybe even shock collar around the microphone that's dangling, most importantly. There is one problem. Proximity. So you can see me sound different if I get closer or further away from the microphone. There's definitely a difference. We didn't have a discussion about the most important thing about content creation on my part. The only thing I give to you is my voice in the end of the day. And if we don't fine tune it to the most desirable settings, we're not going to get the maximum audience. But maybe things going to get better soon. Who knows? Again, it's worth investing in yourself. About the endgame microphone, the only thing to change now are the settings and maybe a little bit of positioning. This is definitely unusual. People usually have it like below themselves, first of all. People use microphones below themselves, but it's actually better to do it above. Not only you are avoiding the desk and all the noises that come from the desk area in general, clicking buttons, just even banging into the table. All of that shit would be sprinkled across my videos. Not anymore. You might still hear me banging a fucking table a little bit, but generally speaking, not acceptable anymore. And obviously, we live in an age of AI, which is so awkward, where you get this super boost that everyone has been waiting. Everyone just fucking was chilling and not working at all until they finally got their answers met. They finally got their breakthroughs, potentially. And for me, I'm just like, I can finally set up a microphone without asking Google instead. Because that would take a lot of time to read. Holy crap. You can just ask, and you're gonna get the most legitimate answer, and it's gonna be a little bit insecure as well. I was saying, man, I'm gonna put it on like 4 hooks. And it's like, no, it might not be enough. It's like, shut up, dude. 2 was enough. 2. It's dangling on 2, and it's pretty fucking solid, actually. I don't think it's gonna come off. Reality is weird. I just came out of watching a TikTok talking about making a shirt. If you had to make a shirt all by yourself, all with your own material, it would take 3 years. Like, what? And cost $5,000, and you would hate your shirt anyways. Making things by yourself is basically impossible, so everything man-made is a fucking miracle of life. We're all rich to some extent, but one device is gonna beat the $700 device. One tiny little thing is gonna blow your mind of how much money it saves. Like, what am I supposed to do with my microphone? I can make sound effects. I can into the microphone make fart noises. Well, hello there, traveler. I definitely can make voices instead of sounding monotone. I don't even know, like, do I really sound monotone? We don't get to this discussion about my voice of which ways I can continue improving my delivery of things. I mean, some things are discussed of, like, squeeze your videos. Every hater can tell me to make my videos 15 minutes or whatever, right? And if I can't make it 15 videos, I also have to write a script and then make it 15 minutes anyways. You know, because with a script, I can't possibly fuck up anymore. All I have to do is read. But, you know, that's not me. I feel not enough people watched previous videos, so I'll just keep recommending it until it gets at least 10 views. Alright, let's get to the drink part. Because mostly Blender is for drinking. Yeah. And I already found a weird drink that works for me. Halva drink. It's like chocolate milk, but slightly different. It's sweet for a different reason entirely, because it has sugar in it, I imagine. But generally speaking, I've already said, like, the nuts, the drink made out of nuts is already feeling pretty healthy, but you can choke on that thing, which is also kind of weird at the same time. Immersion Blender is just a must-have. It's an absolute game changer. You can finally get drinks that are actually good. They're not just made up bullshit. Alright, I wouldn't even buy syrup. I would not buy anything drink related from a store. I tried, and it stinks. It hurts. It's like drinking tap water. It hurts my throat. It taints my mouth, and it probably fucking acidifies on my teeth. It's absolute dog shit to just buy anything at all. Now, the closest I have gotten is soup, some kind of spicy drink, and even that was feeling kind of awkward with the soup. Like, if you get the wrong kind of soup, it's not the right feeling in your mouth as well. Then I switched to ice cream. And ice cream is closer. It's a little bit harder to, like, scoop up the right amount. You gotta have to take it out of the freezer. But basically, it was as close as I got. It's a creamy texture. So there was this whole process of, like, how to get to the best drink possible. Starting from jam, actually, not soup. Moving to ice cream. Or maybe even, like, hot soup. Or spicy soup. The more spice you can add, it feels better in your mouth at the end of the day. Because of the heat, maybe it's still pretty good. At winter, I'm obviously talking absolute nonsense. You can heat every one of these. It's just, again, the spice that makes it hot. And finally, we go to the blender drinks. So, as I've said, I use halwa. That's a pretty good base for the drink. The rest is basically less food waste. The other piece of strategy is just put a piece of bread that I'm not eating. Oh shit, my headphones really try to cancel my noise. I can hear that. I never went wireless before, but it seems like I'll have to deal with additional noise that's trying to cancel my noise, but then I hear that noise that's trying to cancel my noise, so what the fuck is going on? Okay, anyways, I just have a piece of food. If you have a piece of food laying around, you can just fucking dunk it into a drink. You're not gonna feel it necessarily, unless it's basically made out of a drink, then it's probably even like food poisoning level of you're not gonna make it. Alright? And also you have to drink really fast. This one halva drink makes for like almost 1 liter. Just a piece of halva makes 1 liter. So you have it for an entire day. Just one piece. Like 5 teaspoons. It's fucking crazy. So all of a sudden, I'm tapping into a resource that's a little bit more tasty, a little bit more sweet, more interesting to drink. I can also add a little bit of spice in it, right? I can add anything I want, but there's a very specific... Usually, I prefer spice that comes in a wholesome way, with a fucking full-on vegetable, right? So green pepper, a piece of green pepper, to me, that's fucking wholesome. I dunk it in, blend it, and all of a sudden the drink is now spiced up as this additional dimension layer to it of taste. It's cooler that way, bro. So this is how I do my drink now. I might invent more drinks, but I can genuinely settle. I don't want to do nuts, though. Nuts are kind of, it's cute. It's tasty, relatively. The problem is, again, the choking point. It's a fucking choking hazard. It's annoying to drink it. It's very unusual in that sense. I write it off with, like, it's mindfulness drink. Because if you're not mindful, you're gonna fucking add more pieces of nonsense into your lungs. It's like smoking cigarettes at this point. You're gonna go nuts, buddy. I wish. I wish I could just blend nuts. Not blend is like the fucking top tier, technically. But Hollow was just like hanging around, and certain... There's 2 flavors of halva. One of them is actually significantly cheaper. We're talking 4 euros versus 6 euros. One of the flavors is cheaper, but also less tasty. Okay. But at the same time, as a drink, some of the, texture is more bearable. Especially since you're not actually consuming that much anyways. You're consuming it in a proper way. You're not spooning your halva, which, like, makes a mess. I try to eat a halva just, like, as a regular person, but the best way to do it, of course, is to just cut one rectangle out of that shit. I should take a picture. Because Google's picture of halva is kind of fucking weird. Genuinely, it feels like tofu. It feels like you can spread it on your fucking bread. That's not what it is. It's hard. Russian style, baby. Russian sunflower or peanuts. Peanuts halva. Right? That's what I'm talking about. It's fucking hard. Not as a rock, because it's also brittle like sand. Just like a sand rock. It technically is already blended and then put into a big chunk. So the point is, you can cut into it, but the moment little pieces come off, that shit's hard, man. That shit's a headache. And when I had a special halva container, those little pieces turn into just like kind of muddy, mushy because they still soak in water. It's so annoying to deal with halva unless you consume it wholly, and those you have somewhere to put little pieces. So at very least, if I'm making a drink and I have halva on the side, those little pieces will still be able to go somewhere. It's not going to be food wasted. Maybe even add flavor. All right. Again, this is more like experimentally. I don't know how much food waste I can avoid, but shit like this, crumbs, little crumbs, why not? Go into my drink. No big deal. So that's it. That's next level. And every single time, I'm telling you guys, every single time you're gonna level up your drink, you're leveling up everything about yourself. You becoming healthier. The drink is where you start to feel the difference of how you feel as a human being altogether. I swear to God. Because that is probably the biggest, like, choke point, the biggest discomfort you can possibly have in life is when shit tastes in your mouth like shit. You know? You want a drink not just to wash away your thirst, but to also clean your mouth just a little bit. Right? And in the end of the day, you also want to feel healthier. You also want to feel that you did the right thing. That you didn't pour acid down down the drain. Where it feels bad the whole way through. It feels bad in your mouth, in your throat, and throughout the day. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not drinking anything. You're just drinking poison, slowly killing yourself. I mean, the fastest way to kill yourself is drinking alcohol. We know that much. So if you can level up from that, that's a whole journey. This might not be the final thing. I mean, I can already ask AI to like try and defeat halva drink. I don't. What? I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. Finally, I get to what I want. Okay, 10 drinks, water. Get the fuck out of here. Nope. Nope. Kefir, bro. Kefir is fun. Banana plus milk. Sure. Bananas are actually more expensive than you would think. 3 kilo bananas. Like €3 per kilo bananas, or technically 6. You're paying for the peel. It's pretty disgusting, actually. 6 out of 10. Berry yogurt. If you can find a good combo, you gotta let me know. We have to talk about this shit in the comments. This is the most important discussion here. What drink you drinking? We need to keep fighting for this. This is epic territory. I hate seeing people just live their lives not giving a fuck about their health. Because this is the starting point. If you don't care about this, and also you're smoking and drinking, like, it's pretty obvious. You're not drinking water anymore. That's it, dude. So what was the actual reason for this video? Besides, pretty important shit. Potato. Potato. Pretty sure if it was potato, it would be like this. Potato? God damn it. Whatever. I mean, what you see here is very close to just working pretty well. You slice it, but you leave the structure. But I have one better. We're getting there. We're getting there. This one little device, I need to pick the price. Did we found money savers yet? Is this is it? Anything that saves money. This little piece of fucking metal, the way you cut potato will change the way you understand potato. We're talking win, 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 win. You never win once. You win over and over again. You win in so many departments, it's fucking crazy. So, it's gonna take a long time. Zucchini. Zucchini, by the way. I haven't tried other things, but God, am I excited to potentially try. Alright, zucchini I can have access. Sweet potato would be nice. But I don't know if I can access sweet potato. How did they do that? And why did they do it that way? And I'm still not convinced that this actually works. But you can see it kind of everywhere. But let's do spiral potato. Spiral. So this is technically being sold in these like cheap ass countries. You don't normally see it in America because America loves eating unhealthy food. Mainly from what region? South Korea. Holy shit, man. Basically, where the people at. And again, they eat cheap food. Spiral potato is pretty badass, alright? Pretty crispy. It's kind of like eating chips, but without the spices. And you can make that shit yourself. Now, I don't use a stick, so I probably have to show how mine looks like. Mine basically looks like this shit. Alright, you just fucking toss it into air fryer and just looks like that. But the funny thing is, for the first time, potato gets a whole different texture. It's handled very differently. And it's so satisfying to actually do the job for it, to handle the whole process. Since the start of the work and ending of the work where you putting things into your mouth, shit just got so much more satisfying. For €4, you'll get a life-changing gadget. I'm telling you guys, you will want potatoes for the first time in your life. You will want something actually cheap, actually affordable, actually satiating, first of all, because potato does not belong in the watery foods category. It is outside. This is why people get fat from potato chips, because of the satiation level. It's pretty high up there. It's basically dethrones everyone else. So you're getting hands down the cheapest imaginable product you can get your hands on. And by the way, big corporations, they get very fucking mad when they cannot extract wealth from you. Alright? This is one big middle finger you can give to them. Every time you save your money, you're also butt fucking a rich person. Alright? It should be super duper satisfying. So we're already starting our win counter. How many wins we can get. So the very first and the most important win is affordability. But it's also going to be so satisfying that you will want potato. Maybe you'll want other affordable foods. It's going to be a whole journey to go through. Then you get to the point of actually using the device. Once I tell you how to use it, it's 10 times easier. Pick up a glove. All right. Do it properly. So this thing goes into the potato and just keep spinning, and eventually it's going to start cutting the potato. But you want to not cut yourself, so you have a glove just to make the process a lot faster, a lot safer. Because even cutting a little bit of these fingers get really sensitive about a cut. All of a sudden, it feels like you can't use the finger as efficiently. You get a small cut. This is not ideal. This is slightly dangerous. All right. You need just one glove. You don't need a glove for the finger that goes over here on the other end. So, this is the spiral. This is the blade. It's very simple. The blade is not that sharp, but it's good enough for what it's supposed to do. So the work itself, pretty good. You still rather peel the potato. It's not, it's optional, but you will feel like it's gonna ruin the flavor a little bit if you don't peel the potato. It's optional. That means you can get even more fucking lazy. Maybe you can disguise the nastiness through spice alone. Who cares, right? You will still get a crispy potato in the end of the day. And you can do the magic with that. Maybe you'll find a way to like wash the potato to the point where it's gonna lose all its skin flavor, so to speak. It's up to you. How you handle that part, I still haven't mastered it. I can only tell you, you can get even lazier. This is the ultimate lazy way to just like shove potatoes for 16 minutes in my case. 60 minutes is faster. Faster than usual. All right? That's another win. You'll do everything faster. The whole process is so good. And then comes the unexpected wins of like you have one piece. You have one piece that's placed very neatly. You don't have to like shuffle it around too much. It's also very just neatly placed, and this one piece is just geometrical like phenomenon. Is a true wonder that soaks in the heat so it cooks fast. But then you don't want it to just cook fast. Potatoes are notoriously fucking hot when you take them out. You want that shit to cool fast too. Holy crap. It does that. It does because it's geometrically capable of conducting heat, so it takes the heat and it removes the heat so much faster. Holy shit. All of a sudden, you take it out, you can eat it already. You can eat it almost immediately. That's insane. That's actually fast food. That's literally mind-blowing. You can give it to your guests as well. It's so fast, you can cook it in front of your guests while you're talking to them. It's such fucking hassle-free job to do. Fuck, your guest is gonna, cut a potato for himself. It's gonna be so satisfying. And this one piece looks so beautiful too. Right, and you just take a piece, take another piece. You handle everything with your hands. You don't need utensils. And most importantly, it's motherfucking crispy. There's like 10 wins in here. It's mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. But you gotta catch up and you have to have that air fryer. Please. You gotta start changing your life. I am, giving you guys the better side of my experiments, so to speak. That shit's crazy. 10 wins for a fucking $4 thingy. Life-changing thing comes from just tiniest of gadgets. I don't understand. It's like all of a sudden I have bought spoons, forks, knives, scissors. I bought the most basic thing that everyone is supposed to have in their house, but they forgot. You forgot the fucking spinning thingy, didn't you? You have your spoons, but did you grab the spinning thingy? No, you fucking lose. We can't live. We can't live together anymore. We'll break up over this shit. Okay? Oh, I forgot one bonus meme. I'll take a picture. Bonus medium magnets. That's right. You might be wondering, what the fuck is this when you can just use the adhesive that comes in the packaging? Yeah, you can, but it ain't gonna fucking hold anything. Adhesive usually peels off from top layer just like fucking everything falls down. Alright, and people do tend to complain about the ruined knife collection. Man, it's ruined all my expensive knives. I've read the, reviews. It's fucking hilarious. This is how you do it. This is the fucking nitty-gritty about adhesive or using tape. Look how little it's fucking holding on to, and it's holding the whole fucking thing. It is also rammed into a wall, and there's still adhesive behind the whole contraption, but it's now finally holding the damn thing. It fell. It fell for me too, and I'm like, shit, we're not gonna have that. Now, is this the coolest way to organize your items? Yes, absolutely. You'll always organize everything you have forever and ever on a motherfucking wall, if you can. Everything goes on a goddamn wall. It doesn't go on countertops. It doesn't go into drawers. It goes on a wall. Just like that. I'm talking every single piece of clothing, every single piece that you need really fast. Grab it and see where it is. It goes on a motherfucking wall. And this is another way to put things on a wall. Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. That's it. And tell me in the comments how much money you saved by buying a $4 piece of metal. All right? Let's start saving money in spectacular speeds. I should actually calculate, rather. Potato is usually €1 or dollar per kilo. Even less. Very often, even less. You have to have your range. My range is not above €6 per kilogram of anything. Never go above your limit. All right? Unless with special, super tasty things. All right? And even then, you have to have the double limit, which is like 12. That's hardcore limit. For me, I'm trying to be as cheap as possible because cheap is still tasty in the end of the day. Right? We're not ruining our taste buds by chasing cheap foods. Usually it's actually healthier and tastier. It's win, 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 win. We attached basically our win streak with potatoes, so we can't lose. You know? We extended our win streak by involving potatoes. That's impossible. It's impossible to lose. It's only possible to win. Anyways, so we're talking the average of 4 or 5 euros. We can say 4.5 is the usual of how much I feed myself for. Right? So we're talking about 4 times. 4 times, and basically this is kind of also a meal. 1 kg is basically a meal. So you're talking, you saved 3.5 every single time that you eat potatoes. That's a lot of money saved. Well, you need like 2 meals, rather, I feel like. It depends. Like, I consume 2 potatoes. 2 potatoes, not a fucking kg. It's 400 grams. Plus, they have dirt on it. You're washing away quite a lot of grams, too. I don't know. And then peeling a lot of grams, and labor costs a little bit. You shouldn't overvalue your labor. This is it. This is how you earn money, by not spending it. Remember that shit. This labor is your job. It's your job to eat cheap. It's your job to figure out how can you trick your brain to eat cheaper food and still enjoy it, right? It's your full-time job. No convenience, no feeding the billionaires by eating slop and eating their slop. You can do it. You can figure out how to cook. We'll be cooking next year. will figure out every single piece about it because that's my full-time job. Cooking, absolutely. If it can save money, it's my full-time job. Whatever can save money. So we can roughly just say you earn 2 euros or 1 euro almost for every potato you eat. For every what the fuck is that, right? Like what? You give me money for each potato? Fuck yeah, dude. Easy. You gotta tune your taste buds to taste the money saved. Feels good. I'm not gonna lie. That shit feels good. Anyway, see you guys next time. This is it. This is the best tech video I've made. With questionable amount of energy coming out of my mouth. Still, I can do better maybe. But here you go. I saved someone's life today.